Yo, what's up guys, my name is Mr. Freeze2244 and welcome to the Forged in Fire challenge that got added today. This is in Ambrose Island and this will unlock you the Burial Dagger to allow you to use the Burial Dagger across all locations within the game. So you need to light all 4 braziers while disguised as a metal worker. I'm going to show you how to do that. So we're going to start with the default loadout, which is at the Western Beach. Bring along the ICA-19, Fireball Iron Coin. We don't use those items, but I'm going to start with this default loadout on casual difficulty so we can avoid all the cameras as well. You can start as a metal worker if you want to. However, if you do start as a metal worker, it will be a little bit different following this guide because you will need a torch. So you can start as a metal worker if you want to, but you need to acquire yourself a torch and then get back to where we are in the video. So at the very start, I grabbed this torch and used it on all 4 braziers. We're about to run past one now, but we need to light it as a metal worker. So if you light it in any other disguise, it will not work. However, I did find a bug with this one. After lighting 3 braziers, the challenge popped up for me. I'm not completely sure why that is. Maybe it's a bug. As I was practicing this run, maybe you don't have to do all in one run. I'm not completely certain of that. However, even on my practice runs, I don't recall doing all 4 braziers. So I'm not completely certain why it popped up for me after 3. Nevertheless, we're going to show you all 4 anyway. We're going to leap over that fence there. Don't worry about the construction worker. He's always got his back to you. And stay crouched as you come through these bushes right here. The guy's going to hear the rustling in the bushes, but don't worry about that. You're concealed. Once you get out of these bushes, go into this little hut right here. And a metal worker disguise is going to be on the bunk right there. Once you put that on, we can now freely run around this area with no enforcers around. This is another bonus of being on casual difficulty. There's no cameras and less enforcers. So the first brazier is going to be up in this little tower area here. I guess you can call it a tower. I'm not completely certain what you want to call this area. But there's going to be a couple of guards up here, but they don't care when you light the brazier. So go ahead. So this will be the first one. The other ones are going to be a little bit tricky, especially the third one. So we are going to be entering a trespassing zone shortly. See where the satellite link is, there's going to be a brazier over there, so it's a bit tricky to get over there. So I'm going to try and help you navigate that area, if I can. So once we go across this bridge, we are going to be in a trespassing zone. So what we're actually going to do is wait for this guard to enter the midway on this bridge, and that's when we're going to get past him. Just please note that there's going to be a guard patrolling up ahead as well. Now, the timing might be different for you. You might be slower, you might be quicker. So it just all depends on where the guard positioning is. It really isn't important to go quickly or anything like that. Just make sure you time it right, okay? So just make sure if you see a guard ahead, just hide in this bush until he goes away. If there's no guard in sight, go ahead and ignite this brazier right here. So this is the brazier number 2. So the guard's coming for me, so what I'm going to do is just wait for him to go past. Once he does that, we're going to stay in the bushes to the right, hug the wall, and avoid that guard there cleaning his shoes in the mud. Now with our torch still in hand, we're going to climb these stairs. And there's going to be a ledge to your left. You want to drop down there. You should still have your torch on you once you drop down. Go ahead and pick that up. Now we can't go down the right area because there's going to be 2 guards patrolling. And there's going to be a guard blocking their way into the cave itself. You can try and knock out the guard if you wanted to, or use I don't know, a Calmer if you wanted to, or something like that. But considering we're using default loadout, we're not going to do that. We're actually going to go down the stairs and go the longer way. But that's just an option there if you had a Calmer or a Seeker 1, for example. You get past that guard and just go down the stairs. However, for those people that don't, you can come over here. There's going to be a guard patrolling up and down, and a guard leaning on this box right here. For me, the guard down the bottom is got his back to us, so what we're going to do is subdue him from over the boxes. You do that by pressing your body against the boxes, then tap the subdue button. We're also going to hide the body there, and we're going to wait for this guard to have his back turned to us. Please resist hitting him in the head with the torch, because once you do that, it will extinguish the torch. So don't do that. If you do want to knock him out, you need to drop the torch and then subdue him as normal. You can also go ahead and hide him in the crate if you want to. But if you do hit him in the head with the torch will extinguish, so just Be careful of that. Now this next area is going to be a little bit different for you guys because the timing is going to be different obviously when you follow this. Just note there's going to be a guard patrolling around this area, but it's pretty easy to avoid him, and I tend to just hide in this little area right here to get past him. There's also a guard over there going back and forth. He tends to drink his out of a bottle of water, and then he uses some like punches in the punch bag. Hog the wall to the right to avoid these guards' line of sight. And the third brazier is going to be right up here. This is when the challenge popped up for me. There's a guard right here, but he doesn't have it. He's always got his back to you, so you don't have to worry about him. So go ahead and ignite this brazier right here. So as you see, I got the Forged in Fire challenge pop up for me there. Just keep in mind as well, you don't have to finish the mission once the challenge is popped up for you. You can go ahead and back out of the mission, exit the menu. You should have your unlock right there. I'm going to show you the fourth brazier as well. It's just a little bit tricky to get out of here. We're just going to make sure the timing is right for us. So these two guards are nattering on about some random crap. We're just going to wait for them to finish their conversation. And the other one's going to walk away. There we go. This guard over here is going to have his back to us in a second. Once he does that, we can now get past. There we go. There will always be a gap. And now we're home free. Looking at the minimap, there's no guards around, so I can just run all the way to the end. So you want to run right back to that main entrance where we started. And you remember that first brazier that we ran past at the start in our suit? And I said, that's the brazier we need to light first? Well, there we go. There we go. Well, I should say last. But of course, we couldn't light it at the start because we're wearing our suit. So once you come up this hill right here, you can take a left. Because that's just the beach to the right there. That leads back to the camp where we've just been. And we don't want to go back there. Let's head on down these stairs, cross the area here to the other side. If you do indeed lose one of these torches, there is going to be a torch at the bar area. So you can go ahead and grab one from there if you like. But this is the final brazier, the fourth one. And the challenge should pop up for you, if not if it already did already. This will unlock the Burial Dagger for you. It's not much in terms of description though. It just says Janus's Burial Dagger. That's it. You've probably seen it before many times in several missions, but this is what it looks like in-game close up. It is a nice little knife really, to be honest, but yeah, there's not really much you can do with it, but this is what you can do with it.
47. 47.